Hi student, welcome to online classes on module 3. So that is, today again we will solve one more problem which is related to beam. In previous class we solved one problem by the consist of UDL and without load. Today we will solve one more problem similar to that kind. Okay, so this is also important problem. So just go through this. Okay. Solve for the slope using beam elements for the structure shown in below figure. Also determine the deflection of the portion of the beam carrying UDL and point load. See here, this is very important now. Also determine the deflection on the portion of the beam carrying UDL and point load. Both the things he given. He given UDL and he given the point load also. Okay, so similarly it is similar to that of the previous problem, but the thing is that here he given two kind of loads. One is UDL, another is point load. Okay, now we'll solve the problem. Again, the first step is what? The first step of FEM is again give the nodal displacement, FEM module, element stiffness matrix, global stiffness matrix, load vector, global load vector. Okay, then apply the boundary condition, solution and result. Now solution, already the given data is he given a load of 2400 Newton meter, 1000 Newton meter, L1 is 10 meter, L2 is 12 meter and L3 is 3 meter. L1, L2, L3 given. He given EI for the element 1 is this, EA for the element is this. And one more thing you have to remember here. So actually here we have a 4 nodes and 3 element. 1, 2, 3, 4. Element 1, element 2, element 3. For this figure you have to consider 3 element and 4 nodes. See here, element 1, element 2, element 3 and element 4, but the student in examination they will consider this is element 1 and this is element 2. It is not like that, because the load is acting at the midpoint, the point load acting at the midpoint, and they give on the distance also. For that you have to consider this is of 3 element and 4 nodes, node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. So that is the FA module. Let's given model system has, as already told, 3 elements, 4 nodes, that is FEM model, and each node having 2 DOF. As already told, either it may be rotate x axis or y axis. It may be rotate or it may be up and down. Here also up and down, or it may be rotate. So, okay, so that is hence it is given as 2 degree of freedom. For each element, determine the stiffness matrix of Q1 to Q8 and nodal displacement of EF1 to EF8. See here, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8 are the displacement at all the 4 nodes. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8 is the load vector at all the nodes. Okay, so right, Q1 to 8 is the nodal displacement, and entire system the nodal force is F1 to F2, that is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8, F1 to F2, so on up to F8. Second step after FE module, the second step is element stiffness matrix. Again, how many nodes, how many elements you have? As already told, we have 3 elements. So element 1, element 2, element 3. If it is a 3 element, what we have to do? We have to calculate 3 element stiffness matrix. So that is right. The element stiffness matrix for the beam is given by, the element stiffness matrix beam is given by 12 L square minus 12 6. The same thing, that is the element stiffness matrix for the previous case also we given. The same thing here also, right? The element stiffness matrix for the element 1, this is the element stiffness for element 2, and this is element stiffness matrix for element 3. K1, K2, K3. Now next step, the global stiffness matrix. So again it is of size 4 by 4, but because it have a 3 matrix, so we'll get 4 by 8 matrix, because how many nodes we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 and 8. So what is the size of the matrix? Will get number of degree of freedom. How many degree of freedom? That should be the what? That should be the size of the matrix. So how many degree of freedom? We have 8 degree of freedom, that is F1 to F8 or Q1 to Q8. Therefore the size of the matrix of global stiffness matrix is 8 by 8, that is 1 to 8 1 to 8. Again the 3 3 4 4 6 6 7 by 7 4 by 4 4 by 3 3 by 4. You will get, just write down that matrix once again. Okay, after write downing the global stiffness matrix, now we'll go to next step, load vector. Load vector, again we have a formula for load vector, so we'll now see one load vector because of UDL. For element 1, for element 1 what we have? For element 1 we have the load vector that is subjected to load. Again I given the hint for the load vector for UDL. For UDL we have a formula, so just again just go to the table. I will already given in a previous class, as also I given the soft notes of soft copy of this to the inside the, into the group, so just go through it. Okay, now for element 1 it is subjected to UDL. We have the load vector 12,000 20,000 12,000 20,000. So write F1 F2 F3 F4 then F3. Now similarly for the second element and third element does not contain UDL. It does not contain UDL. Okay, so write F3 F4 F5 6 is directly 0. F5 sorry F3 is again F5 F6 F7 F8 is 0. Then you write directly the global load vector, that is F1 plus F2 plus F3, that is global load vector. The global load vector is F1 F2 F3 F4 F5 F6 F7 F8. so just I add up all the forces, you will get the answer. Again apply the boundary condition. Just also we have an, but remember in the question we have an external point load applied at the node 3 and it get added to the F5 terms with negative sign, because it is acting to downward direction, acting downward, hence I need to go with the negative sign. Okay, now F becomes, F is equal to F1 to F8 12 20 12 20 0 minus, because I have to add here, that is minus 10,000, because at node 3 it is an external point load, it is acting to the downward side, so hence I taken as negative sign. Now after this again you go to the next step is equilibrium equation. What is equilibrium equation? Again KQ equal to F. Again from equilibrium equation KQ equal to F, or you can write KQ minus F equal to 0. I written here. So again K is element stiffness, global stiffness matrix. The size of the global stiffness matrix is 8 by 8. Then global load displacement vector Q1 to Q8, global node vector F1 to F8. Okay, again apply the boundary condition. Apply the boundary condition. Again similarly just go to the figure. What is the boundary condition? The boundary condition at node 1, because of ruler support, see here at node 1 the blue dot, at node 1 because of ruler support, so we'll get the due to ruler support. And at node 4 it is a fixed. At node 1 Q1 Q2 Q3 Q4 Q5 Q6 Q7 Q8, Q7 Q8 becomes directly 0 because it is fixed, but it is ruler, that blue dot indicate the ruler 1. So at node 1 because of ruler support Q1 is equal to 0. At node 4 since Q7 Q8 is 0 because it is fixed. Now by applying the elimination method and solve the matrix, okay, now apply the method, eliminate first row first column, 7th row, 7th column, 8th row, 8th column. Now matrix will get the 4 by 4 size, and you will get determine the value of Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, and try to solve this and send me the answer to my WhatsApp number. For any information, contact me. Thank you.